Be ready, you are about to get a call from hospital due to, watch fast. My beloved child, listen very carefully, because what I'm about to tell you is something that will make your heartbeat change its rhythm. Somewhere, in a quiet hospital corridor, a phone is waiting to ring. And that call, yes, that exact call, is connected to you in a way you never expected. You don't know it yet, but every second you are watching this, you are moving one step closer to a truth that has been chasing you for months, silently, invisibly, patiently. There is a moment in life when destiny stops whispering, and starts knocking. And right now, that knock is turning into a siren. You might feel a strange pull in your chest, a sudden tension in your breathing, as if your soul knows that something huge is waiting for you. Because it is. Before today, you ignored signs. The sudden restlessness at night. The random moment when your phone lit up without any notification. The feeling someone said your name when no one was around. These weren't coincidences. These were warnings. Quiet signals preparing you for the message that is on its way. A message that is going to come from a place you never expected, the hospital. But here's the twist, the call is not about fear. It is not about loss. It is not about something bad happening. No. The call is about a truth that was hidden from you for a very long time. A truth that is finally ready to reveal itself. And the universe is pushing it toward you, inch by inch, moment by moment. In that hospital, someone has spoken your name, softly, but with a power that traveled through walls. Someone whose heartbeat aligns with yours, someone whose destiny is tied to your next step. Their condition, their journey, their pain, it's all connected to you. And the moment that phone rings, your entire life will flip like a page turning into a brand new chapter. There's a reason you stopped scrolling right here. A reason your mind froze for a second. Deep down, you already know something is shifting. You can feel it. It's like the universe is whispering, stay. Don't look away. Not now. The truth is, you've been protected for too long. Guided for too long. Sheltered by something you couldn't see, but always felt. That same presence, the one that kept you safe during your darkest nights, is now reaching out from that hospital room. This isn't a warning, this is a calling. Think back. Remember that moment when you should have broken but didn't? When you should have fallen apart but somehow stood up anyway? When you felt someone unseen holding you together? That unseen force is the reason the hospital is about to call you today. Because the one who carried you through your storms, now needs you. Not in fear, but in destiny. Every passing second you keep watching, the connection grows stronger. The air around you thickens. Something inside you is waking up, an awareness, a responsibility, an unseen bond. And when that call comes, it will not just inform you, it will transform you. Your name, your story, your purpose, is about to shift. And the universe is whispering again, this time louder. Be ready. You are about to get a call from the hospital, due to something you were destined to face. My beloved child, let me take you deeper now, because what's unfolding behind the scenes is far bigger than a phone call. The air around your destiny is shifting, and every heartbeat you feel in this moment is echoing the footsteps of truth moving closer to you. Something is happening in that hospital, something that was written for you long before you took your first breath. Right now, as you watch this, someone is standing near a window in that very hospital. Their eyes are tired, their hands trembling slightly, and their voice, whispering your name like a prayer they've been holding inside for years. They didn't know when this moment would come. They didn't know how destiny would guide you back. But they always knew one thing: the day you would be needed would arrive without warning. And today is that day. You might not recognize the connection yet. You might think it's just another ordinary moment. But there are no ordinary moments in a life chosen for something higher. You're here, listening, because your soul already felt the call before your mind could understand it. Think about it. Why did your chest feel heavy last night? Why did you wake up with that strange sense of urgency? Why have your thoughts been wandering toward people you haven't spoken to in a long time? Because somewhere in that hospital, someone's destiny is tied to yours, and the string is tightening by the second. Right now, a doctor is reviewing a file. Your name isn't written on the first page, but it will be spoken aloud before this day ends. There's a revelation coming, something that has been hidden, protected, preserved, until the exact moment you were finally ready to hear it. And you are ready now. Listen closely, this is not just a call from a hospital. This is a call from fate. A call from truth. A call from a chapter of your life you never knew existed. There's a moment of silence right before everything changes. And you are standing inside that silence right now. The universe is holding its breath for you. Every second that passes pulls you closer to the moment when your phone will light up, and everything you thought you knew about your past, your journey, your purpose, will shift. Your life is not random. Your struggles were not accidental. Your tears were not without meaning. All of it was preparing you for the moment you are walking into. And my beloved child, before I take you into the next layer of this truth, before I reveal what that call will bring into your life, let me tell you this. If your heart is still beating along with these words, if your breath slowed even for a second, it means this message is meant for you. And destiny wants you to hear every bit of it. Before we go further into the revelation, do one thing. If this message is touching even a small corner of your heart, hit the subscribe button, share this video, and drop a comment saying, "I'm ready." Because once you step into the next part, there's no turning back. You deserve to hear the truth fully, without missing a single moment of what's coming. My beloved child, the moment has come to uncover what lies behind the silence. Because that hospital you keep imagining isn't just a building of walls and white coats. It is a crossroads, where destiny is standing with folded hands, waiting for you to understand why your name is echoing through its corridors. Right now, somewhere in that hospital, a door has been closed softly. Not out of fear, but out of preparation. Behind that door, someone is lying on a bed, breathing slowly, holding on, not to life, but to hope. Hope that you will hear this message before the phone rings. Hope that destiny will guide you to the truth that has been waiting in the shadows for far too long. You don't even know the weight of the connection you share with this person. You don't know how many nights their tears carried your name. You don't know how many prayers were whispered for your safety, your growth, your healing, without you ever hearing a single word. But today, those prayers have turned into urgency. The universe is unfolding a chapter that was sealed, locked, hidden from your eyes. And now, it is opening. You might feel a strange heaviness in your chest. A tightness. An uneasiness that wasn't there before. This isn't fear, it's recognition. Your soul remembers what your memory has forgotten. Your destiny remembers the person your heart once belonged to. And that hospital call is the key to that forgotten thread. Think for a moment. Why do you feel goosebumps right now? Why do your hands feel slightly colder? Why does it feel like someone is standing beside you, even though you're alone? Because energy moves before events do. Your spirit senses the shift before the world shows it. And right now, the shift is happening. In that hospital room, someone has just opened their eyes slowly, searching, hoping, waiting. Their strength is fading, but their faith is not. They believe, deeply, unshakably, that you will hear the truth before the call reaches you. That you will understand the emotions behind that call, not with fear, but with awakening. This is not about illness. This is not about danger. This is about revelation. A revelation that will reconnect you with a bond you thought was lost forever. A nurse outside the room has just paused, because she felt something unexpected, a sudden warmth, a presence, a pull. She doesn't know why, but she whispered to another nurse, "I think someone important is about to arrive in their life." She doesn't know that someone is you. The clock in the hospital is ticking differently today. Time feels heavier. Every second is carrying a message. And yet, it waits, because you must be prepared before it reveals the truth. The truth that someone needed you long before this moment. The truth that someone loved you quietly, beyond distance, beyond time. The truth that someone's heart is connected to yours in a way that defies logic. And my beloved child, you are about to be reminded of that connection in a way you never imagined. Destiny is not subtle today. It is not whispering. It is speaking loudly through signs, through emotions, through this very message. The call from the hospital is not the end. It is the beginning. The beginning of clarity. The beginning of truth. The beginning of a chapter that will finally explain why you always felt something missing, something incomplete, something calling you from far away. Your life is about to intersect with fate in the most unexpected, heart-shaking way. And when that call finally comes, you will understand why the universe held you so tightly and brought you here, to this exact moment, to hear these exact words. My beloved child, now the truth is beginning to rise to the surface. The energy around you has shifted completely. The silence that once hid the mystery is now trembling, cracking, ready to break open. You can feel it, can't you? That tension in your chest, that slight pressure on your shoulders, that strange awareness in the air. It's all leading you toward the revelation waiting inside that hospital. Right now, the world around you is unaware of what's unfolding. People are walking, talking, laughing, living their lives as if nothing extraordinary is happening. But your destiny is different. Your story has been chosen. And the universe has turned all its focus toward you in this moment. Because behind those hospital doors, something is being prepared, not a report, not a diagnosis, not a warning. But a truth that has been waiting for years to reach you. Let me take you there. Imagine the room. Soft lights. A quiet heartbeat monitor. Curtains slightly moving with the breath of the AC. A slow, fragile rhythm of breathing from someone lying on the bed. But today, the atmosphere is different. There is a tension, an emotion thick enough that even the walls seem to be holding their breath. Someone is holding a letter in their weak hand. A letter with your name on it. Not written recently. But written a long time ago, when they still had strength, when they still believed they would one day meet you again. They kept it hidden. Folded. Protected. Waiting for the right moment. And that moment is now. Your name has been spoken more times in the last hour inside that hospital than in the last several years of your life. The doctor has looked at the name twice. The nurse has whispered it. The person on the bed has murmured it through trembling lips. And your soul has felt every one of those calls. This is why you couldn't scroll away. This is why your heart tightened. This is why your mind went silent as soon as the video began. Destiny has been pulling you back to something you were meant to complete. A cycle, a bond, a truth left unfinished. My beloved child, you are moments away from discovering that this call is not meant to break you, but to complete you. And before we go deeper, before I open the door to the twist that is waiting just beyond this paragraph, I need you to take one simple, powerful step. If your heart is beating differently, if you feel that someone, somewhere is connected to you right now, if you sense that this message is meant for your soul, pause for a moment. Hit the subscribe button. Share this video with someone you care about. And comment, "I'm ready for the truth." Because what comes after this point is not just a continuation. It's the moment destiny reveals why the hospital is about to call you. Now take a breath. Hold it for a second. Because the next part will reveal who that person is. And why your name is the last hope they hold on to. My beloved child, the moment you've been sensing, is finally here. All the tension, all the heaviness, all the signs that kept brushing against your heart. They were not random. They were not illusions. They were the universe preparing you for the truth I am about to reveal. Inside that hospital room, time has slowed to a near standstill. The ticking clock. The distant footsteps. The quiet hum of machines. Everything feels softer, as if the world itself is waiting for you to know what has been hidden for so long. The person lying on that bed. The one whose breath is trembling. Whose fingers cling to a folded letter. Whose eyes keep drifting toward the door as if expecting you to walk in. That person is not just a name. Not just a stranger. Not just a memory. They are a missing piece of your story. Someone whose absence shaped who you became. Someone whose silent prayers protected you more times than you'll ever know. Someone who carried your pain, even when you didn't know they existed. Your soul already knows them. Your heart already recognizes the pull. Your spirit has been whispering their name long before you realized you were hearing it. And now, that hospital call is the bridge between your past and your destiny. The truth is this. This person has something to tell you. Something they couldn't say when they had the chance. Something they held inside their heart for years, waiting for the perfect moment you were strong enough to hear it. And that moment is unfolding right now, through these words. My beloved child, imagine this. The nurse walks into the room and adjusts the blanket gently. She looks at the patient with soft sympathy. She's seen many stories, many lives, many endings. But something about this moment feels different to her. Some invisible energy fills the room, warm, heavy, sacred. She steps out quietly, leaving the door slightly open. Almost as if destiny itself requested it. The person on the bed opens their eyes, slow and heavy. And their gaze turns toward the window, where light is softly spilling in. Their heart is weak. But their hope is alive. They whisper something. Barely audible, almost like wind brushing across a leaf. They whisper your name. Not once. Not twice. But again and again. Each time softer, each time filled with a depth of emotion the world rarely sees. Because the truth is, they've been waiting for you. Not for apology. Not for closure. Not even for comfort. They've been waiting, to give you something. Something you need to hear. Something that will change the way you look at your entire journey. Something that will finally explain why life pushed you through storms you didn't deserve. And gave you resilience you never knew you had. And as they whisper your name, their fingers loosen. The letter slides a little. And a small photograph slips onto the bedsheet. A photograph. With your face on it. Yes. Your face. Not recent. But from years ago. A moment you don't even remember. A moment they kept with them. To remind themselves that their purpose was always tied to yours. Your destiny has always been intertwined with theirs. And now the weight of truth is ready to fall gently into your hands. The hospital call is not just a notification. It is not a coincidence. It is not a warning. It is an invitation. To reconnect with a truth that was waiting in silence, wrapped in love, hidden in time. My beloved child. You are standing at the edge of a revelation that will shift everything inside you. My beloved child, breathe slowly, because what I'm about to reveal will touch the deepest part of your soul. You have been walking toward this moment from the very first second of your life, without knowing it. Every joy you felt, every pain you carried, every night you couldn't sleep, they were all guiding you to this truth. The truth that is now unfolding inside that quiet hospital room. The air in that room has changed. It's heavier now. Sacred. As if every memory attached to your name is floating through the atmosphere, filling the space with an emotion that words can barely hold. The person lying on the bed blinks slowly, their eyelids trembling with effort. Their strength is fading, but their purpose is not. They know time is slipping through their fingers like sand, and if they let go too soon, the truth will be lost forever. That's why they held on. That's why they whispered your name. That's why your soul felt the pull, long before you understood it. And now, the moment has arrived. The photograph that slipped from their grasp rests on the bedsheet, half hidden in the soft folds. A faded picture. Edges worn. Colors drained. But your face, unmistakably there. You as a child. Innocent. Unaware. Smiling in a way that only pure hearts can. And beside you in the photograph, a hand rests lightly on your shoulder. A gentle hand. A protective hand. A hand belonging to the person lying in that hospital bed. Yes, my beloved child. You were loved long before you knew it. This person is not a stranger. Not a distant connection. Not a forgotten figure. They are a guardian from your past. Someone who stepped back, not because they wanted to, but because life forced their hands. Someone who carried guilt in silence, but love in abundance. Someone who watched you grow from afar, never once letting the world know how much their heart beat for you. They didn't appear in your life suddenly. They were always there. A shadow in your difficult moments. A silent blessing in your victories. A prayer in your storms. You think you survived alone. But you didn't. Their prayers carried you. Their love protected you. Their heart guarded you. And that letter in their trembling hand, the one they wrote long ago, contains the truth you were never told. A truth heavy enough to shatter you, yet healing enough to rebuild you. With trembling fingers, they try to lift the letter again. It slips slightly. Their breath becomes shallow. Their eyes close for a moment as they gather the last pieces of strength left inside them. You don't know it. But right now, at this exact second, your destiny is standing at the doorway of this moment, waiting for you to step through. Because written inside that letter is the reason you faced so many battles. The reason you always felt different. The reason you always sensed something missing, something incomplete. The reason life shaped you the way it did. The letter contains the truth of who they are to you. And why they never came forward. My beloved child. They didn't abandon you. They didn't forget you. They didn't walk away willingly. Life separated you. Circumstances tore pages out of your story. Choices made by others put distance between your hearts. But their love for you never dimmed. Not even for a single breath. And now that their time is running out, now that their voice is weakening, now that destiny is giving you one final chance, they want you to know everything. Their fingers tighten around the letter one last time. The paper crinkles softly. Their lips part as they gather all the strength left inside them. They whisper one line. A line that carries weight, truth, and years of hidden emotion. Tell them. I never stopped loving them. Tears roll from the corners of their eyes. Not from pain. Not from fear. But from relief. Because finally, you are ready to hear the truth they protected for so long. The hospital phone is about to ring. Destiny is about to intersect with your reality. Your world is about to change. My beloved child. If you want to know what is written inside the letter, why they kept your picture, and the full revelation of who they are to you, my beloved child, the letter is trembling in their hand, and the truth is now ready to speak. This moment, this breath, this silence, this fragile pause, is the very moment destiny has been preparing you for. In that hospital room, the air feels different. Heavier, warmer, almost vibrating with something sacred, something ancient, something deeply personal. The universe has wrapped this moment in a gentle stillness. As if everything, time, memory, fate, is bowing down to what's about to unfold. The person on the bed opens their eyes once more. They're tired. Exhausted. Their strength is fading like the last flame of a candle. But the purpose that kept them alive this long is glowing brighter than ever. Their fingers loosen around the letter, and the paper slides slowly onto their chest. The nurse notices it but doesn't touch it. Something in her heart tells her that letter is not meant for any hands except yours. And there it lies. A thin sheet of paper holding years of silent emotions. Unsaid truths. Unanswered questions. And the love they never got the chance to show you. My beloved child. You have no idea how much of your life is written inside that letter. Your struggles. Your victories. Your fears. Your destiny. All of it is connected to the person lying in that hospital bed. And finally, their lips part again. Their voice is fragile, almost breaking. But their words carry the strength of a lifetime. They whisper. Give them the letter. Tell them it's time they know the truth. The nurse freezes. She senses something important is happening. Something bigger than medical charts or procedures. Something that feels fated. Very gently, she picks up the letter. Her hands shake, not because she's afraid, but because she can feel the weight of love pressed into that paper. She walks out into the hallway. The quiet footsteps echo softly. Other staff members glance at her, not knowing why her eyes suddenly look emotional. She stands by the window, holding the letter against her heart, and whispers, "We need to call them now." Your name is spoken. Slowly, clearly, respectfully. And at that exact moment, your spirit reacts. A sudden sense of awareness hits you. Your breath catches. Your heart shifts inside your chest. A strange warmth spreads through your arms. As if someone unseen touched you gently, calling you home to a truth that has waited too long. You don't know it, but the universe just aligned itself around your destiny. Inside the room, the patient's eyes shine with weak hope. They know. They can feel that the truth is finally reaching you. And now, my beloved child, let me tell you what is inside that letter. The paper is old, soft at the edges, folded so many times its creases look like scars. But the handwriting, gentle, emotional, slightly shaky, is filled with love in every curve of every letter. The first line is simple, but powerful enough to shake your entire soul. It says, "My child, I'm sorry I wasn't there." Your heart stirs. Your breath deepens. A warmth rises inside your chest. Because now, it becomes clear. This person, the one breathing slowly in that hospital bed, the one holding your photograph, the one whispering your name, is someone who should have been by your side. Someone who should have held your hand through childhood. Someone who should have protected you, guided you, loved you openly. Someone whose absence left a silent ache in your heart that you couldn't explain, but always felt. The letter continues. Life pulled me away from you. Not choice. Not desire. Not lack of love. Tears slip from the patient's eyes as the nurse prepares to make the call. They whisper again, voice trembling. Tell them. It wasn't their fault. Every word in that letter holds a story. A story you never knew. A story that explains why so many pieces of your life felt incomplete. Why certain parts of you felt heavy without reason. Why you often felt like someone should have been there, but wasn't. My beloved child, this is not the end of the revelation.